It's time to enter the world of real estate with Hawaii's only true real estate show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. Hawaii's premier real estate leaders, ADRIENNE LALLY and ATTILIO LEONARDI, will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, ADRIENNE and ATTILIO.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 633-8633. That's 633-8633, or at teamlally.com, and that's LALLY.
Well, hey, everybody, this is ATTILIO, and I was down one of these back alleys on Molokai getting some bread. It was 8 o'clock at night. Kind of weird. That's when you go get fresh baked bread on Molokai. Anyway, this lady tapped me on the shoulder, started asking me a bunch of tax and legal questions. Can you believe it? And I said, hey, those are great questions, but I highly recommend you seek the appropriate licensed professional. So if you hear anything on the show, sounds like legal advice, Adrienne, who should they run that by?
They should run it by the attorneys with heart, Cain and Heron.
Yeah, and if you hear anything that sounds like tax advice, go see your CPA or a local tax professional, because today we're going to talk about real estate and other related topics.
So speaking of legal advice, we do have David Cain from Cain and Heron, the Attorneys with Heart, with a legal tip of the day. Are you there, David?
Hey, guys.
Hi.
How
Hello.
are you?
Awesome.
Oh, great.
Yeah, do you want me to go ahead and give the legal tip of the day?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, well, real quick, guys, we're going to talk about prenup agreements.
Mm-hmm.
And we think prenup agreements are pretty important, especially if you go into a relationship in which you own, like, real property or anything like that, because what a prenup does is it's an agreement between you and your future spouse that will say, if anything happens, then here's how we're going to divide our property, instead of letting a judge decide.
So do the prenups always win, even if the relationship goes sour? And
they usually do. Sometimes there are claims of inequity. Now, what we do is we will almost always have we will pick a side, either spouse A or spouse B or whoever it is. We'll pick a side, and we'll say the other spouse then has to go seek independent legal counsel. That's always a great way to make sure everything is fair. We call them arm's length transactions. Make sure everything's fair.
All right.
And when do you find people doing these prenups?
Almost always about a week before the wedding.
Oh.
Is that the best time? Is that when it's recommended, or? No,
the sooner the better, so we can go back and forth and figure out what the couple wants to do. But the more time, the better. I think people put things like that off, or frankly, they don't even think about it. And we almost always advise it, because why let a judge decide randomly?
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, it might be a little awkward, though. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting ready to get married, and then you're already talking about, what happens if this doesn't work out.
It could.
No. I don't think that's awkward. I think it's that part in the wedding where the priest or the presiding person says, "Does anybody have anything they'd like to? Any reason why this couple should not getting married?" And then if the attorney pops up out of the audience and says, "We need to finish the prenup," that's the awkward situation.
Attilio, I'm your next wedding. No.
And if you rise out of the audience, then we're like, uh-oh.
But so the more chance, and I understand what you mean by it could be it's especially difficult when one spouse has a lot of assets, or one to be spouse has a lot of assets and the other doesn't have any or very little. That's kind of a tough situation. But again, there are ways to make everybody happy. There are ways to come in. I've had couples in that situation before, and I say, well, what are you guys looking for? What do you want to do? better do it now than potentially before a judge. I think, it's like estate planning. It's have all your ducks in a row.
Yes.
Or your ducks.
We got to say, in Hawaii, we say nene goose. You got to have all your nene goose in a row.
There you go.
And that's a great tip. So if any of our listeners would like to learn more about prenuptials or the bankruptcy or any kind of family law at all, you guys can give Cain and Heron a call. What's the best number?
242-9350. And yeah, we have a full family law department. Actually, we have 3 attorneys staffing that right now. So we're ready to take care of you.
And so, David, real quick for our listeners, give us that laundry list of the different law practices that you guys take care of.
Sure thing. We actually do all different types of litigations. We do contracts. We do bankruptcy. And part of our big practice is bankruptcy and debt negotiation, including potential short sales and things like that. We also do criminal law. We have a dedicated attorney to do DUIs in cases like that. We have a large family law department, like I said, 3 attorneys. And we also, do more general practice law, personal injury, contract negotiations. We call those torts. Non-contracts are called torts, personal injury cases. So we're ready here to assist you.
All right.
And you guys serve statewide too.
Statewide, yep.
All right. Well, thanks so much, David, for calling in with your legal tip of the week.
Well, we love you guys, and we love you the most because you get things done and you have guarantees.
That's right.
I mean, how can you go wrong? You can't.
That's right. We got lots of guarantees, and we'll be talking more about those later in the show.
Team Lally. Go Team Lally.
Thanks, David.
All right.
Okay,
Thanks,
guys.
David.
Thank you.
All right. So, hey, if you're enjoying the show and you're thinking of selling your home, that's what we do best. Day in and day out. Sell homes for happy customers. Go to teamlally.com to contact us and give us a chance to apply for the job of selling your home. We would love to work with you.
Yeah, so when Adrienne says we would like the job of, apply for the job of selling your home, we always tell people, hey, don't list your home with us, but at least interview us.
That's right.
Okay, so you got some quotes?
I do.
Make our listeners smarter.
That's right. So today's quotes, we're not going to go with the Jack Handy ones. We're going to go with real estate.
Ooh, I want Jack Handy.
Real estate related quotes today. So the first one is from Donald Trump.
Okay.
Okay, it's tangible, it's solid, it's beautiful, it's artistic from my standpoint, and I just love real estate.
Donald Trump, the Don.
All right, and the next one's from Andrew Carnegie. 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate.
Gotcha.
And then the last one is from John Stuart Mill. Landlords grow rich in their sleep.
I thought you were going to say landlords grow hair in their sleep.
They could do that too.
Okay.
But they grow rich in their sleep. You have, you have other people paying your mortgage for you. It's leverage.
Yeah. What we always say, everybody makes the mortgage payment.
That's right.
You're either making your own or your landlord's.
That's right. How true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do we have some properties to talk about today?
Yeah, we do have properties to talk about. What's great about how busy we are, and what does that mean for how does that benefit you as a listener that's maybe a potential buyer? A lot of times, the inventory situation, especially in a tight seller's market that we're in, you got to kind of get a jump on the competition. So it's always good to work with the real estate that has a lot of inventory coming in.
That's right. We got a lot of coming soon properties.
And I know we have a ton of them, but what we'll do, maybe talk about 2 of them, or we want to talk about all of them?
Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a break first, and when we come back, we're going to talk about a property.
Yeah, and we have, I think it's a total of 6 of them coming soon.
That's right.
All over Maui.
So stay tuned. Don't go too far.
Yes.
Now, you may have thought to own a home here on Maui, you must be made of gold.
We are happy to say this is not the case.
Oh yeah, Attilio? Why don't I have to be made of gold to own a home here on Maui?
Well, it's because of the Maui Mortgage Team.
Really? Tell me more. You've got my attention.
Well, Jenny Madsen, host of the acclaimed Maui Mortgage Minute, educates people every day about the ins and outs of home financing.
Check out their website, MauiMortgageTeam.com, for mortgage calculators, streaming videos, online homebuyer guides, secure file transfer technology, and more.
Sounds like the Maui Mortgage Team is the highest tech mortgage group on the island.
Hey, you know that Maui can be expensive. The Maui Mortgage Team love helping people save money and make their dreams of home ownership come true.
There are never any hidden fees or surprises, and they will always advise you on getting the best deal.
Whether you're at the grocery store, getting gas, or booking a trip, you shop around for the best deal. We believe getting a mortgage should be no different.
So check out the MauiMortgageTeam.com or call them at 270-2775.
Hawaii NMLS ID number 1032554.
Welcome to the Maui Mortgage Minute, brought to you by Jenny Madsen of the Maui Mortgage Team. Online at MauiMortgageTeam.com.
Aloha! One of the things that we get asked a lot from home buyers is what comes first, the home or the loan? This is such a great question. In order to go shopping for your dream home, you need to know how much you can actually afford. We recommend to always get pre-qualified for your mortgage before you go shopping for a home. And when you find your dream home, being pre-qualified can also give you an advantage over other offers on the same property. Contact the Maui Mortgage Team today and ask about getting pre-qualified.
The Maui Mortgage Minute is brought to you by the Maui Mortgage Team, Hawaii's mortgage professionals. Visit MauiMortgageTeam.com for all of your mortgage needs. Again, that's www.MauiMortgageTeam.com. NMLS 1078414, member of Pacific Home Loans.
We recommend Fidelity National Title Insurance Company for your next real estate transaction.
Through its nationwide network of direct operations and agents, Fidelity National Title provides title insurance, underwriting, escrow, and closing services to consumers.
Check them out at fidelitynationaltitle.com or fntic.com.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Let me ask you something. Do you get a little confused, even frightened when thinking about real estate? Well, then here's a unique proposition for you. It's from ADRIENNE LALLY and ATTILIO LEONARDI of Team Lally. What they do is offer a no-obligation guarantee. If they don't do their job, you're free to get out of the contract. But don't worry, you won't want to, because ADRIENNE and ATTILIO are going to sit down with you, establish a price and a deadline to sell your home. If that deadline passes and your home isn't sold, they'll purchase your home. Check out the success story. ADRIENNE listed a home, and 4 days later, before it was even physically shown to anyone, she had a full price offer. Now, how does this happen? It's because the team provided a video tour through the home, not a slideshow, but a video tour. And the video tour told the buyers all they needed to know. So call the only agents who are willing to earn your business every single day. ATTILIO Leonardi, ADRIENNE LALLY, and her team, and that number is 633-8633. That's 633-8633. And online at guaranteedsale.com.
Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne. And where's Attilio?
And this is Attilio taking his phone off mute.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. If you have any questions, you can call us at 633-8633 or on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally.
So as we promised, we wanted to talk about our 6 different properties that we have coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? These are just 6 that we've done initial research on. There's actually more than that, and we're constantly, there's probably about another 4 on top of that. So I would say on average, we probably have about 10 plus properties at any given time that are coming soon. If you give us a call, what's that buyer hotline number, Adrienne?
They can call us at 633-8633, and we'd be happy to share with them some of our coming soon inventory and see if any of it fits their needs.
Yep. So that's a good idea to check in with Team Lally on that. What's the first property you want to talk about? You know, we had so many of them. We put them in alphabetical order. Is that what you want to do?
Well, you know what? We have one that just came on the market here. I don't know if you want to talk about that one at all. The Maui Meadows listing, or we're just going to talk.
Maui Meadows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a nice big lot. It's up high, nice little neighborhood.
It's on a half of an acre lot.
Half-acre lot, and this one's got kind of interesting the way it's set up. You've got a nice long driveway, so plenty parking for all the people that can live in it. But you have the main residence is you have an upper floor where the bedrooms and bathrooms are located, and then, and correct me if I'm wrong, they converted the garage, right? Below that one into rooms. The
garage was converted into like a studio, and they put like a door, but they boarded it up so that you can't have access to the main part of the house. So that one it's rented out with a great tenant. And I'm not sure about how big that studio. It seems like it's a pretty big space, a big studio space. And then there's another home that's right above the garage that is a little one-bedroom apartment as well. So there's 3 potential separate living spaces, or it could be converted back to more of a single-family home. Yeah. But I think like over $4,000 in rental income potential.
Yeah, I think there's 2 pretty huge big backyard. You got 2 big mango trees on the property, and I think around the back side of the property on the other side of the main home, underneath is kind of like a workroom, and just a lot
lots
of potential.
Storage.
Yeah.
So that
like a workshop.
Yeah, so that one is listed at $925,000, and it's a little bit over 3,000 square foot of living space.
Half-acre lot, 4 bedroom. 6 bedrooms, 4 bath.
Yep. So check it out. That one is newly available this week.
And we got to segue a little bit because Molokai. We still have our bed and breakfast over there. It's a property with income, and 5,000 square feet, 7 bedrooms, 7 baths. They've been actively doing this bed and breakfast for 3 or 4 years now.
Yep. And then the other potential that it could be converted into maybe like a care home. If you would choose to. What was the other? Or it could just be for a very large family, because this home's pretty big.
Yeah, and he's got growing dragon fruit on the property. He's got aquaponics going.
Photovoltaic.
Yeah, they have the what do you call it? The zeroed out bill. So you're just paying the minimum to Miko or whatever it is for $18 or $19, and so that's a pretty good deal considering that I think Molokai probably has one of the highest electrical utility rates in the nation.
That and the gas, the price of gas is pretty pricey there too at the one gas station that they have.
All right, so this is a good, by the way. So did you know Team Lally lists 1 to 2 homes per week, Adrienne?
Really?
Yeah, so with the low inventory, it's crucial to have a head start. We have lots of homes in process. If you want to know more about our coming soon inventory, just give our buyer hotline a call. And what's that number, Adrienne?
That's 633-8633. And our buyer agent here, Brandon Force, our man on the street, will happily help you.
Did you confirm with our Maui Sada, with our Malasada on the street? Was he going to call in today, or are we going to give the Maui statistic?
Nope, he's calling in. He will be here.
Speaking of those, and I didn't want to. We'll let him speak to it if he is. I don't know if he was going to speak on a particular neighborhood, or we're going to give some statistics that we got.
It's a surprise. I guess we'll all have to find out.
Gotcha. So hey, we'll talk about that Hana property just a little bit because I got an interesting Hana statistic here. For the year to date, they have sold 8 homes.
Okay.
1 year ago, year to date, 1.
Wow. So the market's really taking off in Hana.
Yep.
And we have a listing coming up soon.
Yeah, that was a unique one. We'll give you a little Miller Lite taste of it, but 24 acres. 11 acres of it has crops on it. Has full PV system with a battery farm.
Mm-hmm.
They've also got backup generator, and I've personally walked this property. Not only does it have the type of generator that you'd see at a movie shoot, because it's real quiet, but that generator has even a smaller generator as a backup of that, and you pretty much have a view of the ocean and the Hana Airport. You can see the airplanes coming in. You can see them but not hear them.
And then
That's the best kind of view.
Isn't there, like, he's got his own personal cell tower as well? Because I know that the cell service out there is kind of spotty, so he was able to put one of those in his house, and voila.
It's like an internet-based line of sight, so he has, that's the coverage already. It's pretty spotty out there in Hana, so he's created that. And, really neat property, a lot of living space, covered walkway between the two properties, a huge garage underneath the main home, and then he's got this huge barn. And then because it's got the agricultural zoning, and it's not the kind where you build a house and go stick a chicken coop on it and call it ag land. This is legitimately farmed, 11 acres. Pahole, I think it's like a fern, and it's used in the high-end restaurants as an ingredient for salads and other dishes that they have out there. So
I think he's like the main distributor to Whole Foods.
To Whole Foods, Hana. Yeah, there's Maui Health Foods. So a lot of the health food stores and the high-end chefs use this particular fern in their cooking.
Cool. So
all right, so that's our Hana property. Do we want to talk about these other?
No, let's segue over to we're talking about all these properties coming up. Let's talk about one that we've actually sold, and just bring up a recent success story. I think this one closed maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it's one where awesome views, beautiful house. It had 3 separate living spaces, a steep driveway. I think we were the 4th agents to take this home on. Yeah, and the other 3 agents were not. If we mentioned their names, you would know them right away. So these were not agents that had just gotten their license. I think one of the agents had been in the business almost 30 years. So, but we're not going to mention names. And what the other uniqueness about this property is the other 2 living spaces were tenant occupied, and then the owner lived in the main home. But beautiful views of a particular bay, and some little bit of challenges with the association and the neighbor. Well, the challenges with the association was it's still in the middle of a litigation. There's some kind of lawsuit going on, and our owner was suing the next door neighbor over some parking spot. It was
and
it was a mess.
The neighbor vice versa. So a huge mess. And we were able to unravel that mess and get it sold.
That's right. So I think within the first 30 days we're under contract. But here's the other unique thing about this property is that we got it sold without the buyer even seeing it.
No. They were actually lived in a different.
They
lived in a different island. We don't want to give too much detail. Okay. They might figure it out.
That's right. So they were in a different island, but not not here in Hawaii. And from the videos that we posted of the home,
they wrote an offer.
They did, and we got it done for our client. So four times the charm. So if you're tuning in and you'd like to interview us, if you're having trouble selling your home, we'd like to take it on.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we were kind of like a magnet for the more challenging listings. Because everyone asks us, how do you guys do so much business? And I tell them it's a 4-letter word.
Work. That's right.
Work.
All right. So we're going to take a quick little break. And then when we come back, I think we'll talk about more coming soon properties.
Yes.
All right. So stay tuned.
Sometimes I get a good feeling. Yeah.
We went to them to sell our townhome there in Ewa Beach. Didn't have any idea of what it was worth, what their asking price would be. Adrienne and Attilio came over, walked through the house, talked to us, and set the price It was considerably higher than what I'd even imagined. They were very professional. They gave us ideas of how to make the house look better for the open houses and the video, and it sold fairly quick. I was surprised.
Oh, I got excellent results each time I worked with Team Lally. I worked with it twice and actually was a buyer the first time and a seller the second time, and both times I had stellar service. All of my questions were answered, and I never had a day where I could not contact them. They're always available. The best service I've ever encountered in the real estate world. I was in a situation where I was moving back to the mainland, and it was about 30 days before I needed to leave, and I called Adrienne and said, "Can you sell my place?" She said yes, and she got it done before I left.
I got more than I expected. They set the price very correctly. They set it higher than I expected, and we got offers over the asking. It was surprising to me. They knew the market that well. They had excellent marketing. For example, they had a typical open house on a Sunday afternoon. You'll have probably 5 groups of people come through, but their marketing was so excellent. For example, taking a video of the place instead of just still pictures. We had over 20 groups of people. We had only one open house. It was one Sunday. We had over 20 groups of people, and we had about 5 offers. And the lowest offer was asking price. All of them were over. In fact, we had an offer over asking price even before the first showing. When they came and viewed the property, they gave us the suggestions to what we need to do to make the house more marketable. And so just by following their advice, it worked. We had one showing, and it was all that was necessary. We had a number of offers, and we had to drop one offer to go to the second one. So having those multiple offers was a benefit.
They actually listen to you and care about your needs. They actually knew what we wanted and what we needed, and if we said this is what's going on with us, like they knew with our military status what was going on, and they were like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. So they didn't give us heartache about the situation. They completely understand the military and what's going on with our lives. They looked out for our best interest. When we first went there, I mean, they weren't like, oh, we're going to make a buck and try and get you to market your house and sell it. They actually referred us to somebody to help rent our house out. And we talked to that lady extensively first before we even made our decision to market our house for sale. So, I mean, they're not there to just put your house on the market so they can make the money. They're actually there to help you make the right decisions for you.
Honestly, you know, these days everyone's always trying to shove a house down your throat or, you know, try to get you into something that you don't really want, especially car dealers and mostly realtors as well, you know, because they're out trying to make money. But with Team Lally, it was a different experience because she and Attilio understood what me and my husband were looking to do and which house we were interested in, and they didn't try to pressure us to look at anything else. They were just understanding, and they said, okay, if this is the house that you want, then we'll wait it out and see what happens. So we got the house that we wanted. So they're very professional, very knowledgeable, very respectful, and just a delight to work with. Once I met them, they're really great people, so I liked them right away.
After I spoke with them, I was very comfortable. I would say that Team Lally is more professional. Also, they are more thorough. They provide more than just, their services are excellent. They'll provide you with other service. They keep you updated, let you know what's going on. I was never lost as far as knowing what went on, but every step of the way they kept in touch and let me know what's going on.
Hit me.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at 633-8633. That's 633-8633, or on the web at teamlally.com, and that's LALLY.
Now, hey, I got to be real quick. I'm going to be a mind reader here because I know our listeners are saying, guaranteed sold and we'll buy it. What is that? That's a bunch of baloney. Mm-hmm. Well, this is what I can tell you over the air, and if you want more details, you got to give us a call and come meet with us in person. But this is how it works, folks. We're so confident in our ability to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest period of time that we put these guarantees out based on our track record And if you want to know more details, we'll put it in writing. We'll tell you face-to-face. We'll look you in the eye and tell you how we do that. But we're so confident we're going to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest period of time that's how we put out these guarantees. And speaking of guarantees, we have other guarantees. What are they?
That's right. So we have our guaranteed sale program, which is basically what you just explained.
Yes.
And then we have an easy exit listing agreement.
What does that mean?
So how that works is that if we don't do exactly what we said we're going to do, then you fire us. And you should.
I thought it was flog.
No, do not flog us. Fire us.
Oh, okay. Oh, fire us. Gotcha.
Fire us.
Okay.
Okay, so that's easy exit listing agreement, and we'll let you out. No issues, because you know what? We are people of our words, and we're going to do what we said we're going to do. So.
Yep. Okay, and then the next guarantee
is the love it or leave it. So,
that's an interesting one. What's that about?
Why don't you share with that one?
Okay, so a lot of times when you're buying a home, you're wondering, am I getting the best interest rate? Is there a better home around the corner?
Is this the best neighborhood?
Is somebody trying to call me on my phone while I'm on a live radio show? Things like that. So one of the things that we do to try and alleviate that hesitation or that concern, or that maybe it's buyer's remorse and thinking, maybe this isn't the best deal. A lot of times when we sit down with people, because of the organized approach we use to helping you find a home, we're pretty confident that when we go to advise you, hey, this home, you're never going to find the home. Adrienne, will you ever find the home that's going to fit every single criteria you have?
No, there's never going to be the perfect home.
They haven't built one yet. If there's a builder that's building that home, he'd be selling them left and right and got lines going down the street and around the corner. So you're always going to find a home that fits most of the criteria, and at that point, you got to make a decision. You got to you got to submit an offer. And I never seen anybody own a home through osmosis, or that they really liked it. You actually got to go through the process and write an offer. So if you, working with our team, end up buying a home and you don't absolutely love that home, we will help you sell it for free.
The other thing is that if you're a buyer and you buy one of our listings and you don't absolutely love it, then we will help you sell that home for free.
Yeah.
Within the first 6. Yeah.
If one of our listings happens to fit most of your criteria and it just happens to be listed by us, know that you have that guarantee backing up your purchase of one of our listings.
All right. And then another guarantee that we have is the communication guarantee. So the number one complaint that consumers have about us realtors is our lack of communication.
Yes.
So with Team Lally, we have a communication guarantee.
So every Monday we call you up and scream and yell at you.
No.
No?
No. At the beginning of every week, we are communicating with all of our clients. And we're communicating with them the way that they want to be communicated with. So if they want to be called, we call them. If they want to email, that's what's sent. A text message, great. We're going to communicate with you the way that you want to be communicated with.
And you know what? Sometimes clients don't want to be communicated. We actually have a client that says, don't call me till it's done. Or, like we're getting it into escrow. Or we got offers. It's a unique situation, but we do send him email updates anyway, and he can take a look at those. But
he can delete them.
Or he can delete them. But he's confident in what we're doing, and he says, you know what? I called him a couple times. At first I thought maybe he was just being polite or humoring us, but no. He said, no, seriously. Stop calling me and just let me know when you get closer to getting it done, and we'll go from there. I'm confident in what you guys are doing.
But he's a very unique situation. Most sellers, they want to know what's going on with the market, what kind of feedback, what are we going to do differently next week to bring them an offer and get them under contract. So those are the kind of things that we talk about on a weekly basis with our clients, and that is our communication guarantee.
I think too, we've gotten listings where the consumer said, you know what, I listed my home with Realtor A and I just never heard from them. And with the emails, phone calls, and all of that. So it's always better to have an informed wait than an uninformed wait. And a lot of times with our communication, I think realtors are too chicken to call the clients because maybe sometimes there isn't anything to report. Like, hey, I tell sellers, what's the only feedback they want that they should be concerned from us?
An offer.
An offer. So a lot of times agents are too scared to call the client because they don't have an offer or anything on the table, but we have no problems calling you up and saying, hey, nothing going on this week. If anything, we had some minor changes from the last time we spoke. If anything, it's being proactive and asking the client, hey, is there anything on your end that we need to know about?
That's right, and that's our communication guarantee. And our last guarantee is for sell by owners.
Yes.
And no hassle listings.
And what's that mean?
So that means that for sale by owners, it's like you always felt like, well, what if I find the buyer and I'm out there, I'm doing all the work, and then I still got to pay you greedy realtors. Well, you know what? For sale by owners, if you find your buyer, great. You don't owe us anything.
Yes.
And that's our no hassle listing.
Okay. But we're going to expand your marketing from the crusty, hard to read for sale sign that's in front of your home to plugging it into the $18,000 a month that we spend on marketing.
That's right. So it's a win-win.
Why wouldn't you want to list with us if you're for sale by owner?
That's right.
Okay, so call our special for sale by owner hotline on Maui, 633-8633. That's 633-8633.
All right, so speaking of all of our guarantees, if you're enjoying the show and you're thinking of selling your home, that's what we do best, day in and day out. We sell homes for happy customers. Go to teamlally.com to contact us and give us a chance to apply for the job of selling your home. We would love to work with you.
All right, so we got Maui statistics, we got other properties, we got these other 6 properties coming soon. What do you want to talk about now?
Let's talk about Lahaina.
Lahaina? What can you tell me about Lahaina?
Our Lahaina home are coming soon.
Oh, the Lahaina home.
Yes. That's what I can tell you about Lahaina. We have a 4,300 square foot home coming soon. 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. And it's about 12,000 square foot lot. And what more do we need to share about this home?
Well, don't quote me on it because I didn't run the numbers, but the seller is telling us they got about, I think, a 6 or 7% cap on the rental income of this property. If you want to learn more about what exactly the cap rate is, if you're an investor, a pretty savvy investor, you should understand what a cap rate is. But basically, in the simplest terms, the higher that number is, the better return on your investment that you're getting based on what the purchase price is and in the money that you put into it and the rental income that you're receiving. Typically, you want to look for cap rates, or as an investor, to take the emotion out of your purchase process. You just look at it, run the cap on it. Let's say you won't invest in a property unless it has a cap rate of 8. If it has a cap rate of 6, you pass. Maybe you're okay with 6, and there's potential, and I think there is potential in this property to go in and clean it up, fix it up, and improve it, because whenever you have an improved investment property, what happens with your rents, Adrienne?
They go up, and you get you get better tenants too.
And they stay longer, take care of the property, you get better rental income, and all of that good stuff. So I think this property with its location, Lahaina, you get a lot of people that work in the tourist industry, and the people that work in the tourist industry, unfortunately, are not staying in the $1 million beachfront condos. They're staying in things that are more affordable. Maybe this is within the bus line, bike, walk to all of that busy tourism industry down there in Lahaina. So I'm going to be very confident in stating that vacancies are going to be very low or non-existent with this investment income-producing property.
That's right. So if you would like more details on this home, you can give our hotline a call at 633-8633. And hey, I think it's time for another break. And when we come back, we'll talk about more properties, and we'll have our Maui Sada on the street, Brandon Force.
Yes.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227 2703.
Hey, you know, it's not unusual to have problems come to mind before opportunities when thinking about real estate. And here's a unique proposition for you. It's from ADRIENNE LALLY and ATTILIO LEONARDI of Team Lally. What they do is offer a no-obligation guarantee. If they don't do their job, you're free to get out of the contract. But don't worry, you won't want to, because ADRIENNE and ATTILIO will sit down with you, establish a price and a deadline to sell your home. If that deadline passes and your home isn't sold, they'll buy your home. Check out the success story. Team Lally listed a home. Their client had lost his job and needed to relocate quickly to take another opportunity. Within 24 hours, the team had a full price offer and the home sold by pricing the home correctly and providing good market exposure. So call the only agents that are willing to earn your business every single day. ATTILIO LEONARDI, ADRIENNE LALLY, and her team. And that number is 633-8633. That number again is 633-8633. You can also find them online at guaranteedsale.com.
Now, you may have thought to own a home here on Maui, you must be made of gold.
We are happy to say this is not the case.
Oh, yeah, Attilio? Why don't I have to be made of gold to own a home here on Maui?
Well, it's because of the Maui Mortgage Team.
Really? Tell me more. You've got my attention.
Well, Jenny Madsen, host of the acclaimed Maui Mortgage Minute, educates people every day about the ins and outs of home financing.
Check out their website, MauiMortgageTeam.com, for mortgage calculators, streaming videos, online homebuyer guides, secure file transfer technology, and more.
Sounds like the Maui Mortgage Team is the highest tech mortgage group on the island.
Hey, you know that Maui can be expensive. The Maui Mortgage Team love helping people save money and make their dreams of home ownership come true.
There are never any hidden fees or surprises, and they will always advise you on getting the best deal.
Whether you're at the grocery store, getting gas, or booking a trip, you shop around for the best deal. We believe getting a mortgage should be no different.
So check out the MauiMortgageTeam.com or call them at 270-2775.
Hawaii NMLS ID number 1032554.
Welcome to the Maui Mortgage Minute, brought to you by Jenny Madsen of the Maui Mortgage Team. Online at MauiMortgageTeam.com.
Aloha! One of the things that we get asked a lot from home buyers is what comes first, the home or the loan? This is such a great question. In order to go shopping for your dream home, you need to know how much you can actually afford. We recommend to always get pre-qualified for your mortgage before you go shopping for a home. And when you find your dream home, being pre-qualified can also give you an advantage over other offers on the same property. Contact the Maui Mortgage Team today and ask about getting pre-qualified.
The Maui Mortgage Minute is brought to you by the Maui Mortgage Team, Hawaii's mortgage professionals. Visit MauiMortgageTeam.com for all of your mortgage needs. Again, that's www.MauiMortgageTeam.com. NMLS 1078414, member of Pacific Home Loans.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
This is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. If you have any questions, you can call us at 633-8633. That's 633-8633, or on the web at teamlally.com, and that's LALLY.
By the way, if you're not one of those technology-based people, you can always submit your questions in writing. We only have one request, that you do send all written questions on the back of a $20 bill. So anyway, what are we going to talk about next?
I think we have our Maui Sada on the street, Brandon Force. He is here.
I am here, guys. How's it going?
Welcome.
Good.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks for calling in. I know you're on a vacation, but you are a dedicated man on the street here.
Absolutely. Well, it's no problem taking the time to spend more time with Team Lally.
All right. So, what kind of do you have a deal of the day for us? Our Maui deal of the day?
Actually, I do have a deal of the day. I have two deal of the day. So I went with one that was on the condo side and one that was on the residential side. So starting, both of them actually, ironically, are on Wailuku, so on the North Shore side of Maui.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one is a 3-bedroom, it's a 1.5 bathroom home, and it's for $235,000.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And it has 960 square feet of living space, and that one's in Wailuku. So That one's my criteria for that one is I wanted to find the home that was at the lower end of the price bracket that had a bathroom. There was one other one that was a little lower, but it didn't have a bathroom, and I figured that might be important for people listening in.
Oh, so there was no bathroom in the other home?
There's no bathroom.
Well,
so it was in Haiku, and it was a 2-bedroom with no bathroom. So I don't know if that meant be creative.
No. All right. So this one in Wailuku, is it like a tear down, or is it, tell us more. Is it like financeable?
It should be financeable. Ultimately, it looks like, you probably put a little bit of elbow grease into it, but ultimately it looked like it was in a decent neighborhood and just ready for the right homeowner to come in and put a little bit of effort and put your family in there.
Wow, that's a great price for a single-family home. All right.
So,
you said you had one more for us.
Yep. Well, this is on the condo side, and this one is also in Wailuku, and it's in a complex called Pu'uani Hale Ali'i, and this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. This has just over 550 square feet of living, and it's priced currently, and this is fee simple, for $109,500.
190 or 109?
109.
Wow.
So just shy of 110,000.
Good deal.
And what are the maintenance fees on this unit?
That one, I think it was in the $400 range.
Okay, not bad. That's
not
pretty
bad. So a couple different deals. Those are on the Wailuku side. As I think I was hearing in the radio show earlier, we have a bunch of coming soon listings as well. So it's going to be really exciting this next month.
All right. And if any of our listeners are tuning in and they want to learn more about these deals and these coming soon properties, they can give our hotline a call at 633-8633. That's 633-8633. All right, so are we going to talk about our area, or are we going to go back to our properties? Because we do have a few more.
You asking me or you asking Brandon?
Brandon.
Brandon,
go either way. So did you guys talk about the Maui Meadows property that we have now?
We did, but we can talk about it again because maybe we have some new listeners.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one's at 515 Mikio, and it's in Maui Meadows, and it's currently listed at $925,000. I believe, as you probably mentioned, it has quite a few options for bed and also bathrooms. It's a 6'4", and has I actually think it's a little bit over, but it's 3,100 square feet. But it has, if you like a lot of space to do barbecues, family gatherings, it has a really big, flat backyard. There's a bunch of fruit trees in the back there that give both shade as well as... do you guys recall exactly what type of fruit was there?
I think it was mango and maybe avocado.
I think it was those two. So definitely plenty of those. And, of course, there's a decent possibility for making some... if you wanted to rent out the Ohana, and it's totally separate. I mean, I think I've mentioned this before, but having a lot of people wanting to rent out will make a little extra for their payment on their loan. And it helps having a totally separate living arrangement, so you don't even have to really integrate with the person that might be renting from you. So that's really nice having it away from the property a little bit. And they, too, actually have a little bit of view, a peekaboo view of the ocean there.
I think if they chopped the mango tree down a little bit, they'd have an even better view.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Brandon, do you have a featured neighborhood that you want to share with us?
I do. So I've often stayed away from the Kaanapali side on the west side of Maui, but I wanted to highlight the area called Kaanapali Hillside. And right now on the residential side, there's currently 10 that are active. And of course, being in that Kaanapali highly sought-after area, they do range a little bit higher up, and so they're ranging from about 1.2 million to about 5.9. But in that same area, the condos can be a bit more in people's price ranges, and they range anywhere from $350,000 to, of course, the higher end, $6 million. But just something to keep in mind, that Kaanapali side, when people are looking to go to Maui for the first time, it always seems to me they always end up on the west side first, which can really make a difference if you're trying to short-term vacation rental that condo while you're not in use of it. So most of those condos that are there, and there's over 100 condos in that area that are for sale right now. So there's lots of those for sale, and most of them actually allow short-term vacation rentals.
So would you say, Brandon, would you say in that area it's more of like a buyer's market because of the amount of inventory that's available?
I would definitely. You do want to make sure that, of course, they're fee simple. That was of that 100, there's more than 100 of them. Most of those are, of course, fee simple. Make sure that's happening for you, as well as keep an eye on the HOA fees. maintenance fees and those type of things. In fact, on one of the condos that was in the higher end, I think that was just over $6 million. It had over $3,000 worth of just maintenance fees.
Oh, wow.
So you definitely want to pay attention to those type of factors when you're looking into what to buy.
Well, I would say if you can afford a $6 million condo, probably $3,000 a month is just a drop in the bucket, right?
I think they might. I think they have that money in the ashtray of the Ferrari.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, so we have about 3 more minutes left on our show. So you want to pick a couple more properties, a couple more coming soon that we can discuss before we...
Sure.
All right, so you have the list, Attilio.
Hey, you know what, real quick before, here's a quick thing, because we had talked about it in our last viral video, talking about Starbucks coffee prices going up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So in an article, and Adrienne, what caught your eye about that article?
That Starbucks prices are going up, and it made me think of all the homeowners waiting for their home prices to go up before they sell.
Well, okay, you sellers out there, here's the problem with that strategy.
Mm-hmm.
All the prices are going up. So let's say your home price goes up, great. So did the price next to your home that you're looking to buy and the interest rate on your home and the construction cost and everything else. So when you're waiting for the value of your home to go up, so is the value of the home that you're looking to buy. I think the only time that ever works out when you're selling in a rising market and waiting for it to rise before you buy is if you're planning to live on the beach after you sell.
All right. So I think we have a couple more minutes. You want to pick one of those properties, Attilio?
Yeah. All right. So we'll go with the next one, which is, let me see. Well, with the we'll say this one's up in Makawao.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. We've got 6 bedrooms, 4 baths. The living square feet is about 3,000 square feet. You know what's interesting about this? Check out the lot size on this thing, 187,000 square feet. So just to give you an idea, an acre is what? I remember 7-11, so it's 43,000.
Mm-hmm.
651 or something like that, but 44,000 square feet in an acre. So this one's got a couple of, what is this one? I wasn't doing the math. Okay, so 4.3 acres. Wow. So a lot of potential there. I don't know if you can subdivide. That would be up to the person that has expertise in that area. But
it's a lot of land.
That's a lot of land.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's the one I'm thinking about, it's actually pretty flat, too.
Yeah. And, okay, so Brandon, you did the drive-by on this one. We don't want to give too much details because we got to keep it all top secret. But
actually, we got to end our show. So if any of our listeners, you got to call us if you want to find out more. All right, so thanks for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
And as I turn to that page real quick to find our sponsors.
Denise Kaehu with Hawaii Escrow and Title.
Mike Davies and Gina Madison with Maui Mortgage Team.
Eileen Strickland with Fidelity National Title.
If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com, check out our business partner page under our link section.
We also want to give a big thank you to Gary, our producer here in the studio. And make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have an awesome guest talking about something that will change your life forever.
This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and our time frame, we'll have it bought for cash. Thanks and aloha.